And our next band claim to plough their own furrow. Not quite sure what that's all about, but I'm sure Ruth will tell us more in a few minutes when she talks to the guys. First of all, let's hear them play. Live at the Picket on Hodman Street, here are Out 7-7.
I call felt so bored as I do now.
Live on Get Serious, the fantastic Out 7-7, proving that Merseyside has no shortage of musical talent. Now then, what's this ploughing your own furrow business? Let's find out more. Over to you, Ruth.
Thanks, Darren. Right, lads, what's this about ploughing your own furrow?
Oh, you've read up about us. Ploughing our own furrow. It's just that while we're in Liverpool, we do feel as though we're kind of isolated in what we're doing, our style of music and that kind of thing. Which is good in a way, because it keeps us going and it inspires us, but we definitely feel somewhat outsiders and we've just got to do our own thing. I mean, we've stopped listening to other people's music, turn off the radio, turn off the TV, we just do our own thing. So that's all that was meant by ploughing our own furrow.
Now, presumably as well, that also relates to your name, which is Out 7-7. Does that relate to your obvious punk influences?
Yeah, I can't get away from that, I suppose.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
Or have I just completely made that
No,
up?
we thought of when all our favourite albums, of what our favourite albums were, and just by coincidence, most of them come out in like 77's, like Ramones album and Talking Heads' first album, Television, and so it's like a massive like New York influence. So I think that's the reason why we sound different from the Beatles, Liverpool bands, slip of the tongue there, because the Beatles, you know, is like predominant in Liverpool, but our sound is like coming from a totally different thing, and the way we look and everything.
Is that working for you or against you so far?
It's good because it's getting us noticed, and it also means that we don't have to do the round of gigs that perhaps a lot of bands here do. You know, we're sort of ambitious enough. You know, we've just come back from New York. We've just played 4 gigs over in Manhattan, and so in a kind of psychological way, you know, we're free to do whatever we want, really. So no, it's not. I mean, we are thinking of coming back into Liverpool and playing. We want to set up our own venue, however. And have our own gig on the lines of what was happening with like the Velvet Underground and the Factory.
So set up your own scene?
So it's not just a gig. So it's not, we experimented with it at the Inner City thing. We did a thing at Beluga and that, and we had like DJs playing like-minded stuff. I mean, stuff like from like punk era and post-punk era.
Yeah. It's about doing it yourself,
you know,
really.
Yeah,
it's about creating your own vibe, creating your own night. You don't have to go along and patronise what is actually happening. You know, why don't you get out and do it yourself, create your own night?
So would you like to see punk make a comeback?
No, I mean, it's not
anyway,
nostalgia. It's not about nostalgia particularly. Although a lot of great influential music happened, you know, at the end of the 70s, and probably there hasn't been a wave of music like that since. So it's great. I mean, it's still influencing a lot of bands, probably not enough actually at the moment. I think the influences of a lot of bands these days are maybe within the last decade, and they're not, the bands I don't think are looking beyond, well they're looking, you know, not far enough back into history.
I don't think it's a retro thing either. I think people say, oh, that's a retro thing, but like, why it's like a musical snobbery involved. Why is it okay to say like Heard It Through the Grapevine by Marvin Gaye is like a classic record, and we're saying, well, Love Will Tear Us Apart by Joy Division is a classic record, so why can't you cite that and not the Joy Division record? So that's all we're saying, like, that's where we're coming from.
Yeah, one thing I think you have got in common with them is that you're very visual and very energetic. You're not absolutely shattered when you come on stage. I was tired.
No, we could go on for but, you know, I mean, 30 minutes of any band is enough for an audience. So yeah, you know, we cut it short after 30 minutes, and obviously
we won't be doing any Bruce Springsteen 3-hour sets, I don't think.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to look at it as a business, because, you know, if you should have done what you know, you should have shown off what you've got in 30 minutes, and if people want to come and see you, want more, then they should come and see you again.
Absolutely. Well, listen, that's absolutely fantastic.
Thank you very much.
Brilliant. Come on again, if we have you on again, if you know what I mean.
We'll be there.
Cheers, Darren. If you could make any sense of that, you're a better man than I am, if you know what I mean. See you later.
Well, thanks very much, Ruth, and thanks once again to Out 77. Unfortunately, that's all we've got time for this week, but we will be back next week with more of the city's best undiscovered talent here on Get Serious. So join us then. Good night.